And good evening. Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
Huh? Okay. Okay, first thing I like to report is that Stanley Albert called me this morning, and he's very lonesome, glad to talk to me, and also asked me to say hello to all of you, okay? So that's that. Now, I keep watching the news because I like to see the changes that are going on out there. And yesterday I heard that in Long Island, the flounders at one time, even last year, were 50% male or 50% female. But this time they're finding out that the flounders are about 90%, 95% female. So you see, we are having a change out there. And I guess soon these poor female flounders will say, "Oh, my kingdom for a man." That will be the end of the flounders if we have no man. Now in 1895, when D.D. Palmer took care of his first patient, he did it on the spine, which, as he put it, the fourth dorsal. Now today, we seem to be using the medical terminology thoracic, but I prefer dorsal because the word thoracic comes from some Nordic god meaning to keep fighting. But dorsal has a connotation of opening up doors. So dorsal, I hope all of you will start using that terminology. Forget the medical terminology. Come back to our own terminology. That was on the fourth dorsal. And we know that the fourth dorsal is considered the heart place. And the man whom he was serving had trouble with his ear. But after taking care of him a few times, the man heard. And of course, many people say, well, if he took care of him on a fourth dorsal, how could he hear? But most people don't recognize, and even today, the highest group of people who understand what we call anatomy don't realize what we really are. And way to understand what we really are is to see what's going on the outside. But why, I will get to that later, but why did D.D. Palmer take care of this man on a fourth dorsal heart place? It was a sign, it was an omen that we today live by the blood, and the life is in the blood. And we know that we call the oxygen the living principle within the blood. But if we read the Bible and get to Genesis 6 rather, 3rd verse, it says, and the Lord took the spirit away from man, and he shall live no more than 120 years. So you see, we have no real spirit today. You can't call oxygen spirit. And we're living with oxygen. Without oxygen, we die. And so do the fish in the water die, because they take water in, and through their gills, they take the oxygen out so that they can live. Animals do the same thing. Snakes and everybody else. And therefore, you see, we are classified as humans, meaning that we are part beast and part man, woman. A man, woman is the spiritual part of us, but that was taken away. So we came here as chiropractors. True, we help people. But the ultimate reason is to get back our soul right here, so that we can live at least 900 years. We're like a tree. We're like the redwood in California, known as a sequoia. They live hundreds of years. And we should be like those trees. And as a tree, we take nourishment from the earth and nourishment from the air. But we have no nourishment from the earth today. We are cut off. We have no roots into the earth as we should. And even if we had roots, do you think all the x-rays and all those machines we have out there could actually see these roots? Never. So, if you have a cell phone, it works with what we call fiber optics. And we are full of fiber optics within us. Never can this be picked up with any instrument. Now, what is the advantage of having fiber optics? Why don't we just have wires? Because we know that light travels in a straight line, so we're told. But in fiber optics, light can bend in any way. So you see, when somebody tells you light can travel only straight, talk about fiber optics. And optics means the eye. And what do we do with the eye? We see. And it is all these fiber optics within us that eventually we will see within us.